welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're doing top 10 current NBA power forwards. And starting at number 10, LaMarcus Aldridge. So LaMarcus Aldridge is, I don't know, he's like a really good scorer. That's really what he does on the Spurs. He gives the Spurs some scoring. Really, that's what LaMarcus Aldridge is there for. There's not much to talk about LaMarcus Aldridge. So 8, John Collins. John Collins is a high flyer. So was it 2018? I think it was 2018. He was in the dunk contest. It might have been 2019, but he was definitely not the best contestant. But he did pretty good, and he'll get them buckets and decent at everything else. He's decent at everything else, but it'll really get him some buckets inside the paint. Wait, did I say John Collins was 8 and Aldridge was 9? I don't know what I said, but Aldridge is 10 and Collins is 9. I don't know if I'm going crazy, but I don't know if I just said that. So 8 is Kristaps Porzingis. He played amazing along Luka Doncic this year. I think he was a really good player alongside Luka Doncic. He was able to play alongside Luka Doncic and just thrive. And he would get you a ton of buckets, and he's 7'3", so obviously he can lock up the paint if he's 7'3". I think that makes sense. I don't know if he's 7'2" or 7'3", but I think he's 7'3". And, you know, he can obviously get to the bucket and dunk the ball because, I mean, he's 7'3". And he can also shoot threes at 7'3", so he's a really good player. Number 7, Domantas Sabonis. He'll lock you up on defense. Being an all-star this year, he was an all-star this year, but he will lock you up on defense, Domantas Sabonis. He will lock you up on defense. I mean lock. I mean he will lock you up on defense. And he is very good on defense. And he'll get you a bucket when you want him to, but he's not really there for that. Number 6, Danilo Gallinari. Really good shooter. He's a really good shooter for his position, definitely. And he's all around just a really good player for that Oklahoma City Thunder team. He's really good, just like other option for the Thunder to lean on. Number 5 is Bam Adebayo. Normally I think of him as a center, but I'm putting him as a power forward because I think the NBA has him as a power forward, but I normally think of him as a center. So he is number 5. Bam Adebayo being a high flyer. He will dunk the ball. He will catch lobs and dunk it. He will defend you up. And I don't think he's the most important player. A lot of people are saying he is. But I feel like it is Brandon Ingram. And I think it should be Brandon Ingram and Bam Adebayo second. And I don't even think Luka Doncic is third because he still had a good season last year. I think the award for most improved players should be from bad to good. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Bam Adebayo and his amazing defense and how he will do good on offense. And he really is an all-around great player for that Heat team. Number 4. I think he might be a small forward, but we're putting him in the power forwards video. Jason Tatum. You might think he is better than the next guy in front of him, but I think the next guy in front of him is better. But Jason Tatum scores the ball at an amazing rate, and he will also lock up a guy. I mean, he dunked on LeBron, and I think it was his rookie year. So, like, that's good. Like, if you dunk on LeBron, you're already goated. Like, you dunked on LeBron. So, like, you're already amazing if you dunked on LeBron. And he'll lock you up and he'll score some baskets. Like, Jason Tatum's really an all-around great player for that Celtics team and helps out Kemba and Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart and Daniel Tice and all those other players on that team. Number 3, Pascal Siakam. He really showed himself in the playoffs last year, just like Fred VanVleet did, but he also was most improved player last year, I believe. He was most improved player last year. Improving a lot last year, but he is an amazing scorer, but also I believe he's a pretty good defender. He's a really good defender, and I think he learned a bit of that from Kawhi when Kawhi was there, but he is very good at offense and very good at defense. Number 2 and number 1, this order, number 2 and number 1, like the whole thing, you could go either way, but number 2 and number 1 should be the most obvious ones, who number 2 is and who number 1 is. Number 2 is Anthony Davis. He catches lobs from LeBron. LeBron passes to him, he dunks it. He's a good shooter for his position. He defends very well. He just blocks shots, really. Like if he played against a team that all they did was shoot layups, he'd probably be able to get a quadruple double with like 10 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds, and 10 blocks. Like, he could do that if he was playing against it. He could do that. I feel like he's a player that could do that. And, I mean, maybe a quintuple double with 10 steals alongside that, but probably not. But he's amazing on defense with his blocking ability, and he's amazing on offense, just scoring the ball in every other way. Number 1 should be pretty clear. In my opinion, the unanimous MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis, he averaged like 30 points per game while averaging like 15 boards and like 5 assists or something like that. It was something like that, and that's amazing. Like that's literally like the best thing in the world. And he is amazing on defense. I believe he should be Defensive Player of the Year and MVP, but you know the NBA might not do that. And the MVP. So he is amazing on offense, man. He has a little bit of struggles from the free throw line and from the three-point shot, but literally he makes up with it. Is you could have the whole team standing there, like the whole team. You could have a whole team of Taco Falls standing in the paint, and he would just dunk on them all. That's how good Giannis is. Giannis would just do that. That's why I believe Giannis is currently the most dominant player. So, thanks for watching this video. Peace.